Hello everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Elite Dangerous video. Today I wanted to do something a little different, something I wanted to do for quite some time. Many of you already know that my main draw to Elite is the ability to explore. In fact, exploration is the one thing that I consistently do when I play the game. As such, today I present to you my case for exploration and my reasons why I feel that Frontier needs to take another look at the reward system in Elite as it pertains to this activity. Over the past 5 years, I have amassed almost 6,000 hours of gameplay in Elite Dangerous, at least as of this video. And of that 6,000 hours, I want to say about 5,000 of it was in the area of exploration, or at least exploration activities. So I like to consider myself the resident expert when it comes to this kind of activity in the game.
4, 3, 2, 1.
When I was a kid, I loved space. Growing up, I always wanted to be an astronaut. If it had anything to do with space or astronomy as a whole, I was there. Elite Dangerous has afforded me the ability to make that dream a reality. At least, virtually. I actually enjoy spending long hours in the black looking for something, anything, that no one has ever seen before. And with Elite having a near one-to-one scale of our own galaxy, there's plenty of opportunities for you to find something that no one has ever seen before, or may never see again. Think about it. There's objects out there that have been located by players, maybe even you, that no one will ever lay eyes on again. Think about that for a second. If Elite continues through perpetuity, can you imagine finding something that no one else will ever lay eyes on? That is the draw of Elite Dangerous. That is its magic. And that is why I play this game. Well, at least one of the reasons why I play. Elite has no shortage of unique vistas, such as the galaxy just hovering above you out there deep in the black. And as you explore this unique vista, you realize you're in a system that is centered around a neutron star that has a bastion of hope for humanity. An Earth-like world hanging like a jewel in the night. Elite is the only game out there that offers this ability for you to visit systems that hang on the edge of reality and imagination, and travel at the speed of your dreams to visit them. As I have previously mentioned, I have spent thousands upon thousands of hours doing exploration in Elite Dangerous. And I know for a fact many of you have spent even more hours out there. For those of you who have, I want you to ask yourself this. Do you feel that the rewards for the time invested are worth it? Do you think that this has been fair so far? On the screen above, you can see the profits I've made from exploration for my thousands upon thousands of hours. And compare that with the balances where I made from other activities. In particular, combat and mining. Now, these activities I have done very, very briefly. Very briefly. But I've made a substantial amount of money, in particular through mining, an activity that I only spent a few days doing. Not to mention, from mining comes the trading, because I was trading the resources that I mined. On top of that, I did passenger missions for a little while, and I made some money there as well. Suffice to say, my whole point is that I have made far more money doing other activities for far less amount of time invested than I did in exploration. And I ask again, for those of you who go out there and explore, do you feel that this is a fair compromise? That the act of getting your name on a star system, the act of spending thousands upon thousands of hours in the deep black, do you think that this is a fair share of the pot that Elite offers? Now, before I continue, I am sure someone out there is going to point out that you can make 20 to 25 million per hour on the road to riches. And that is true, provided you pick the right route. But if you are a true explorer and you're exploring systems people haven't seen before, there's a huge question mark on the other side of each jump. And the further you get away from the bubble, the more question marks emerge. And with less than half of 1% of the galaxy explored as of the release of this video, there are a lot of unknowns out there. This is why exploration needs that bump. This is my case for exploration, and why Frontier needs to take another look at how exploration is paid out in terms of time and in terms of effort, identifying systems that could be used for future use. Consider this. To the best of our knowledge, to this day, we have not found an actual natural Earth-like world, at least with our current levels of technology. Now, yes, we have multiple suspected candidates, and at the time of the release of this video, some powerful telescopes will be coming online in the next few years that will help us identify additional candidates. But we have not yet found a human habitable Earth-like world. And something to that effect, something to that level of importance will be given a great emphasis if we were to able to find it. Because it's another world we can go out there and potentially colonize in the future. How much is that worth? I mean, really think about that. How much do you think that will be worth once we find the first evidence of an Earth-like world out there? Now, yes, that's talking in modern terms. And I know that at the time of Elite, there's thousands upon thousands of Earth-like worlds that have been scanned and hundreds that have been colonized. But I put forth to you that no matter how many worlds are colonized, Earth-like worlds are still valuable in their own right. And I don't think that they're worth just mere millions. They have to be worth more. When you think about all the resources, all the ease of access, all the facts that a human can literally land on this planet, take off their helmet and take a deep breath. Worlds like that, they are rare. Even in Elite, they are still rare. And they should be valuable. Very valuable. Honestly, I think for every Earth-like, you should actually be able to earn upwards of 20, 25, maybe even 30 million that you find. I don't think that's unreasonable given the rarity of these kinds of worlds. Of course, you will have to adjust these numbers either upward or downward based on whether or not these systems have been discovered already, or my personal favorite, proximity to the bubble. I believe that the further away from the bubble you go, the more money you should be able to earn from finding these worlds. So let's say you're approaching the galactic center, you get the full 25 million. But if you're closer to the bubble, then it'll be a little bit more towards, let's say, 10 to 15 million. Still a substantial amount. Now I know some of you may think that that's obsessive. And yes, let's open the price up to negotiation. But also consider there were times when you were doing passenger missions or you were mining and you were able to make literally 100 million, 200 million per hour. Exploration has never paid out on that level. Now, none of these numbers are set in stone. These are all suggestions. And I think that you can further adjust these numbers based on the types of systems that these worlds are located in. Like, take for example, if it's in a neutron star, which is not particularly friendly to the human race, you may want to adjust it downwards. Or you may want to adjust it upwards based on the uniqueness of such system. Or if the system contains all the necessary materials for a jumponium system, you may want to adjust that again. Suffice to say, there's a lot to determine when it comes to adjusting these payouts. But that's what the purpose of this video is for, is to start a dialogue. And with the approach of Elite Dangerous Odyssey literally on the horizon, it is my hope that we get Frontier to start taking a look again at the issues with exploration. Because included in that will be organisms that you will find on specific worlds, and probably ultimately Earth-like worlds, or water worlds, or even ammonia worlds. At some point, you're going to be scanning systems looking for specific types of life and life forms. Odyssey will open the door to these changes and create a new economy driven by explorers. One that will help drive the development of human ingenuity and evolution in a new direction in Elite Dangerous. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This video wasn't meant to be a long video, but it was meant to be a passionate one. And I hope many of you who have made it this far agree with some of the points that I outlined here. If you have any additional points or anything that you feel that you want Frontier to discuss, please add them in the comments below. And let's bring this towards Frontier's attention. Thanks again for watching, and as always, fly safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.